Okay, so everyone knows the phrase stay gold, right? But what does it actually mean when you're like losing your best friend and the whole world feels against you? It's more than just a nice line. It's this incredibly raw plea at the heart of S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders. So let's get into some of the most compelling, essential insights from this amazing book. Just enough to really unpack that deeper meaning and hopefully pull you into the story.
Yeah, the first big one, essential insight number one, it really comes down to innocence and, well, losing it. The real turning point for Ponyboy happens when Johnny Cade is hurt, badly hurt, and he gives Ponyboy this message.
It just cuts through everything else going on.
And what's so interesting, I think, is that Stay Gold isn't just about being young. It's Johnny begging Ponyboy to protect that sensitive part of himself, the part that loves sunsets and poetry. Before the gang life, the violence just crushes it out of him. It's like a desperate move to save his spirit. Exactly. It's captured perfectly in that iconic line, "Stay gold, pony boys, stay gold." I mean, the weight behind that is huge. The idea is once that goodness, that innocence is gone, you can't really get it back.
Which leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? Can Ponyboy actually stay gold? I mean, with everything falling apart around him, the violence, the loss, his whole world shifting. And that struggle kind of leads directly into the next insight about the divisions in their world.
Right. Essential insight number two digs into that, how their world is so split by class, but money, but maybe connected underneath it all.
Yeah, and the story gives us this really powerful image, this truth that kind of sneaks up on you. It's when Ponyboy realizes that someone from the west side, a Soc, and someone from the east side, a greaser, they can look up and see the exact same sunset. It's quite a moment symbolically.
It's a massive realization for Ponyboy. He starts to see past the labels, greaser, soft, and he thinks maybe the two different worlds we lived in weren't so different. We saw the same sunset. For that second, it just cuts through all the conflict. It's just shared humanity.
And Cherry Valance says it too, doesn't she? That conversation they have. Can you see the sunset real good on the west side? You can see it on the east side too. It's like this little flash of understanding, this universal thing they miss when they're just focused on fighting.
And speaking of insights, this is Mindful Moments, our YouTube channel. We offer AI literary analysis, character insights, and thematic critiques. Really, it's about inspiring deeper reading and thoughtful reflection. So tying that back, the big question becomes, is that one moment of connection, seeing the same sunset, is it enough? Can it actually tear down the walls between these groups?
Moving on, essential insight number three really gets to the core of things, I think. It shows what happens when everything else is gone, when friendship is literally all you have left.
Absolutely. For the greasers, the gang is family. That's their structure, their support system. They're dealing with constant threats, violence, terrible loss. And their unity, sticking together, that's the only thing keeping them from completely falling apart. It says it right there in the book. What have we got left? We got to be able to stick together against anything. If we don't have each other, we don't have anything.
That idea of needing each other for survival,
Mhm.
not just wanting to be friends, but needing to be, it's intense. They put it so simply. In our gang, we're family, and family always comes first. So after tragedy really hits the Curtis brothers and their friends, you have to wonder, right? Will this bond make them stronger? Or is it going to crack under the pressure?
Which brings us nicely to our final insight. Essential insight number four, why do we fight? This is where Hinton really shows Ponyboy looking inward, asking himself and asking us, the readers, what is all this fighting really about?
And he breaks it down, doesn't he? The reasons are all over the place, almost kind of flimsy. Soda fights because it's fun, like a game. Steve fights out of pure hatred. Derry fights for pride, maybe. And too bad. He just fights because everyone else is. Ponyboy looks at all that and basically says, there isn't any real good reason for fighting except self-defense.
Yeah, and that whole internal process, that thinking, it serves as this powerful critique of the whole cycle of violence they're trapped in. It just highlights how absurd the feud is when you strip away the posturing and look at the actual motivation.
So maybe the ultimate question the book leaves you with isn't just about Ponyboy staying gold. Maybe it's about us, Whether we take that challenge and start questioning the conflicts, the cycles in our own lives too. Discover genre-based literary podcasts at Mindful Moments. Subscribe and nourish your mind on the go.